Have you ever wondered what success really means? For most people here in America, the answer is pretty clear. It's measured in rungs on a ladder: graduation, first job, car, promotion, bigger house, a full 401k account. It's a personal race, a solo climb to plant your flag at the top. But for us, for Vietnamese Americans, that definition feels incomplete. It feels like reading a book with the most important chapter torn out. Our story doesn't start at zero. It starts with a debt. Not a financial debt, but a debt of history, of sacrifice, of filial piety. American success is I made it. Vietnamese American success is we made it, and I was able to take care of them. The title of this video is How Vietnamese Americans Define Success Differently. But this isn't just a financial analysis. This is a story about two worlds, about money and love, about conflict and harmony, and it starts in a very familiar place. Chapter 1. The Survivalist Mindset. Close your eyes. Can you smell that? For some, it's the smell of acrylic at the nail salon. For others, it's the smell of faux broth simmering since 4 a.m. That is the smell of survival. Our parents' generation, the 1.0 generation, they weren't investors. They were survivors. They came here with nothing, with memories of war, of loss, of hyperinflation that turned money into worthless paper. So when you, the second generation kid, talk about the stock market, do you see their eyes? Oh my God, stocks. What are you talking about? That's gambling. You're gambling in Vegas. Don't talk to me about that. To them, an asset is something you can touch. You can lock it up. You can bury it in the ground. It's cash, hidden under the mattress. It's gold, little gold bars tucked away in a safe. And most importantly, it's real estate, owning a home. For an American, a house is an investment. It's leverage. For a first-generation Vietnamese, a house is absolute safety. It is the tangible symbol that says, we are safe. They will work 18-hour days, 7 days a week, to pay off that mortgage in 10 years, not 30. They have a mantra: avoid debt at all costs. And this is where the first conflict erupts. You, with your finance degree, you try to explain. You say, bah me. Inflation is eating that cash. We are losing money every day. You say, we can use good debt. We can leverage the equity in this house to buy another one. But what you don't understand is, you are talking about profit. They are thinking about loss. You are talking about thriving. They are obsessed with surviving. They aren't wrong. You aren't wrong either. You are just reading from two completely different financial playbooks. One was written by Wall Street. The other was written by Saigon, 1975. And that conflict, that clash between a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset, is just the tip of the iceberg. Because there is a much larger conflict, one that underpins every decision we make. Chapter 2. The Hidden Tax of Filial Piety. Standard American financial success is about independence, FIRE, financial independence, retire early, retiring at 45 on a beach somewhere. The entire system is built on individual accumulation. You look out for you. Now let's talk about our definition. Vietnamese American success is not about independence. It's about interdependence. It's not about individual accumulation. It's about systemic family stability. Have you ever heard this phrase? Our children are our retirement plan. When your American friends get their first bonus, they plan a trip to Italy. When you get your first bonus, you do the math. You calculate the remittance to send to your grandparents in Vietnam. You calculate the money to help your parents with the mortgage. You calculate the money for a secret family fund, just in case someone back home needs surgery. This is the hidden tax. Filial piety. It's a financial pillar, an ethical and binding commitment. Your success is inseparable from your responsibility to care for your parents in their old age. And this creates a paradox, the achievement paradox. We are pressured to succeed, to pursue high-status careers, doctor, lawyer, engineer, precisely so we can carry that responsibility. But those very responsibilities are what hold us back from achieving American-style success, How can you max out your 401k when you are supporting two generations? How can you retire early when your parents' retirement plan is you? One study found that some 67% of first-generation Americans say their retirement plan includes supporting their parents. This is a profound psychological and financial weight, and it leads to the third, most delicate conflict. Chapter 3: The War of Boundaries. In American culture, boundaries is a healthy word. Setting financial boundaries is encouraged. In Vietnamese culture, boundaries is a foreign word. There is often no clean line between the finances of the children and the parents. Family harmony is valued above individual finances. So what happens when an uncle in Vietnam needs money for a new business venture? What happens when your parents want you to co-sign a car loan for your cousin? Standard American financial advice is simple. Just say no. But if you say no to your parents, it's not just a financial rejection. In our cultural context, it is a total failure. It is deep shame, loss of face. It shatters family harmony. So what do? You're trapped. Caught between being a good child and being a good financial steward. For years, it seemed there were only two choices. You either sacrificed your financial future to keep the peace, or you broke your parents' hearts to protect your assets. But what if there's a third way? What if our generation, the first 0.5 and second generation, isn't the trapped generation? What if we are the bridge generation? Chapter 4: The Balancers. Our generation is doing something quietly phenomenal. We are becoming the balancers. We are learning to honor tradition while wisely embracing modern finance. We are creating a sustainable hybrid definition of success. What does it look like? It looks like courageous conversations. We are practicing what's called reverse financial education. We don't say, "Dad, I need to max out my 401k so I can be rich." We learn to reframe the conversation. "Mom, I'm contributing to this 401k account. It's a smart, tax-advantaged way to save. I'm doing this to make sure that when I get old, I will never be a financial burden to my children, just like you worried about. I'm doing this to make sure I always have enough to take care of you." See? You're using a modern financial tool, the 401k, to service a core traditional value, honoring elders, not burdening the next generation. We're also getting smarter about boundaries. Instead of a hard no that causes a loss of face, we proactively create the family fund. We decide on a fixed amount each month, put into a separate savings account. When an unexpected financial request comes, we are not reactive. We say, "I understand this is a hard situation. Here is what's in the family fund that I can help with right now." This strategy does two things. It maintains family harmony, and it prevents personal financial burnout. It is a boundary, but it's a boundary wrapped in filial piety. And finally, we are protecting the legacy. Our parents worked themselves to the bone to buy that house. But they, in their survivalist mindset, may have missed a critical step: estate planning. We, the balancers, are helping them set up living trusts. This is a modern legal tool that ensures when they pass, that house, the symbol of their sacrifice, is transferred to the next generation efficiently without getting stuck in costly public probate court. Chapter 5: The New Definition. So how do Vietnamese Americans define success? Maybe it's not a noun, it's a verb. It's a constant negotiation, a delicate balance. It's the ability to look your parents in the eye and say, "Thank you." It's the pride of sending that first paycheck home. It's the guilt of choosing between a vacation and your nephew's college fund. Vietnamese American success is a complex hybrid. It is buying that first home, just like our parents did. But it is also maxing out our 401k, which they never did. It is maintaining the responsibility of filial piety, but it is also setting up living trusts and family funds to protect our own financial and mental health. It's understanding that success isn't about how much you accumulate for yourself, but about how much sustainable stability you build for your entire family system. It is a burden. Yes, but it is also an immense privilege. It gives us a purpose larger than ourselves. It connects us to our past and forces us to build for the future. When people ask me, which do you choose? Family obligation or personal freedom? I think the Vietnamese American answer is a knowing smile and a simple reply, yes, both. If this story, even a small part of it, felt like your story. If you've also felt torn between these two worlds, please share your experience in the comments below. What does success mean to you? How are you balancing it? These are the conversations we need to be having. Don't forget to subscribe so we can continue telling these stories together. Thank you for listening.